Hello, good evening, all the students, all the CAT aspirant, IPMAT aspirant, and CLAT aspirant. So, student who are answering CAT 2025 and student who are also answering IPMAT 2026, and even student who are answering CLAT exam 2025 in December. CLAT is basically an exam for entry into top law colleges of India. These are also called IITs of law, NLUI. IPMAT is a direct entry into IIMs after 12th standard. And CLAT, of course, we know that top colleges, MBA colleges want to do your MBA, then you probably have to answer CAT exam. You have to answer CAT exam, not probably. So there is one particular topic where almost all the exam have asked questions and they might ask you, and the topic is called remainder theorem. Topic is called remainder theorem. Now, what this topic is all about, in this topic, question will be, see, remainder theorem is a very vast topic. I'm just taking one part of that remainder theorem. So let me explain you the questions and how to approach a question of remainder theorem. Right? So, what exactly is the remainder theorem? Is basically when you take a number, any number n, and when you divide that number n with, let's say, d, gives some question q and remainder as r, and you can rewrite this number as dq plus r. If r is 0 here, if remainder is 0, then this number is divisible by the divisor, completely divisible by the divisor. So, CAT exam and IPMAT exam won't ask you easy questions on this. Easy means like the question will have some twist. So you need to know the basics. So there is something called binomial expansion. A lot of question has been asked on binomial expansion. So what is binomial expansion? This is basically a part of 12th standard, 11th standard portion, 12th standard portion in NCERT. Difficult binomial theorem, binomial expansion you guys have done in 8th standard also. Nobody ever told you, that's a different story. So what is binomial expansion? So suppose we have a number a plus b square, right? So how you open it, you write 1a square plus 2ab plus 1b square. And if you have, let's say, a plus b whole cube, so how you open it, this is 1a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus 1b cube. So you see what is happening when you expand this. See, these all identities we have done in 8, 9, 10th standard. This is binomial expansion. So when you expand a plus b whole square or a plus b whole cube, first of all, when you start expanding it, your power of a and b will start changing, right? That means a square, then power of a is 1 and power of a is vanish here. And b की power 0, b की power 1, b की power 2. यहाँ पर भी a plus b whole cube में a cube है, 3a square b, 3ab square and then b cube. तो हो क्या रहा है कि power of a and b alternate होती जा रही है, right? And first term में all power of a, last term में all power of b. I can expand a plus b whole raised power 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not needed because in remainder theorem, they're not going to ask you कि expand करके बताओ कितना है, right? So the question is, suppose we have a plus b whole cube, right? And in a plus b whole cube, if I ask you to divide this whole thing with a and find out the remainder, if I ask you a plus b whole cube and divide by a, what is the remainder? So this whole thing, you can also write this as a cube, 3a square b, 3ab square and b cube. And when I say divide by a, it is same as dividing each term by a. Taking separate base and dividing each term by a. So what happened when a cancel this? So what is the remainder in this case? Remainder will be 0. See, some people say that when a cube divided by a, remainder is a square. That is not a square, that is your question. For example, if you divide a cube with a, so a square time is a cube and remainder is 0. Here also, remainder is 0. Here also remainder is 0. So 0, 0. Remainder will not be 0 at last term. It depends on b cube. So if your b cube is smaller than a, then the remainder is b cube. But if b cube is bigger than a, again you have to solve it, right? This is one method of finding remainders. We have two methods, but I'm going to take one method. Okay. Now, as I told you, exam won't ask you this easy question. So what kind of question you can expect? So let me write it down. Okay. So suppose you have, let's say, a number 7 raised to the power 53 when divided by 6. What is the remainder? I'm taking a very simple example for your explanation, for your understanding. So can we write this 7? See, first you check whether 7 and 6 has some relation. Yes, there is a relation. I can write 7 as what? 6 plus 1. So I am writing 7 as 6 plus 1 because denominator I have 6, right? Denominator has 5. Then I would have written 7 as 5 plus 2. And then we would have solved it. There might be a question. You can take the next question like this only. Now, if you keep on expanding it, right? See, understand this. When I explained you a plus b whole cube, right? When divided by a. So what happened when you expand a plus b whole cube? You will get all integral multiples of a in all the term except the last term. Last term is what? B cube. So last term do not have any a. So you cannot cancel it. So your answer is, in such cases, is b cube by a. Then it depends on the value of b cube, whether it is less than a or greater than a. Here also, when you expand 6 plus 1 raised to the power 54, see, it will be 6 raised to power 53, 6 raised to power 52, 6 raised to power 51, and so on. So this 6 will cancel all integral multiple of 6 which is going to come. What it will not be able to cancel is 1 raised to the power 53. So your remainder is 1 raised to the power 53 by 6. Rest all terms will get cancelled. Now 1 raised to the power 53 is 1 and 1 divided by 6. Now this 1 is less than 6, so your remainder is 1 only. Your remainder is 1 only. Now, if I take another question, right? Let's say we have 7 raised to the power, let's say 52 divided by 5. Let's changing the power so we can understand it. Now 7 can be written as what? See, denominator is 5. So I will have to write this 7 in such a way so that something initially get cancelled out and do not travel. 52 by 5. Let's take 51. Let's take 51 just for an easy explanation of concept. Now when you expand this, 5 will cancel all integral multiple of 5. What it will not be able to cancel is 2 raised to the power 51. Again divided by 5. Now this 2 raised to the power 51 is a very large number, right? It's a very large number. So what we should do, so again I have to take some power of 2 which is close to 5. I know that 2 square is close to 5. But I cannot take 2 square because its power is 51. So for this I am supposed to write 2 raised to the power 1, 2 raised to the power 50 divided by 5. Now 2, and here you can take 2 square 25 by 5. That means I am doing binomial का binomial. Binomial बार बार करना पड़ रहा है इसमें. ये सब करना पड़ेगा भाई आपको. Then you write this 2 and you write 4 as 5 minus 1 raised to the power 25 divided by 5. अब देखो 2 को छोड़ दो थोड़ी देर के लिए. This 5 will cancel all integral multiple of 5 and remainder is 2 into minus 1 raised to the power 25 divided by 5. अब क्वेश्चन ये कि यार minus 1 raised to the power 25 तो minus होता है क्या, -1 होता है, तो माइनस तो रिमाइंडर आता नहीं है। तो अगर माइनस रिमाइंडर आता है तो उसको पॉजिटिव करने के लिए क्या करना है, दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड। So you write this as 2 into -1 raised power 25 is -1 divided by 5. तो तुम कहोगे यार रिमाइंडर तो -2 आ गया, राइट। तो जब भी रिमाइंडर नेगेटिव आता है तो आपको करना क्या है, आपको सिंपली ऐड करना है। क्या ऐड करना है, डिवाइजर नीचे वाला। तो जब -2 में +5 ऐड करोगे तो रिमाइंडर कितना आएगा, 3। इस क्वेश्चन में रिमाइंडर कितना आया, 3। इसका एक और मेथड है विच इज कॉल्ड मॉड्यूलो मेथड, वो भी मैं आपको सिखाऊंगा, वो मैं आपको नेक्स्ट क्लास में जब भी होता है आई विल टेक दैट मॉड्यूलो मेथड एंड आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू। बट दिस इज द मेथड, one of the method which is, I personally find this particular method is very good. In my CAT, I answered CAT in 2006, I answered CAT in 2007, 2008, 2009, then 2014 also I answered. In between I did not answer. But I tell you one thing, CAT will not ask you difficult question. Even IPMAT will also not ask you difficult question. CAT, IPMAT, exams like CLAT, they don't ask difficult question. The questions are very logical in nature, right? I mean, आप उसमें से आपको सारे क्वेश्चन तो करने नहीं है, आपको क्वेश्चन सेलेक्ट करके उसको आंसर करना है, राइट। जैसे IIM इंदौर का IPMAT होता है, आप 12th के बाद IIM जा सकते हैं। उसमें आप एक चीज देखेंगे कि इस साल आउट ऑफ 20 क्वेश्चन, सॉरी सब्जेक्टिव असेसमेंट में देयर वर 15 क्वेश्चन, ईच क्वेश्चन वाज ऑफ 4 मार्क्स, कट ऑफ इज 24 मार्क्स। मतलब आपको सिर्फ 6 क्वेश्चन पकड़ के अच्छे से करने हैं और आपका कट ऑफ क्लियर। तो अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग कि कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम आपको बहुत डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन कभी नहीं पूछता, बहुत लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन पूछता है। वैसे ये भी एक कंसेप्ट था लॉजिक का, ठीक है। तो एक क्वेश्चन देता हूं कि 4 raised to the power 11 raised to the power 22 raised to the power 33 when divided by 12, then what will be the remainder? आपको इसका आंसर निकालना है, आंसर निकाल के आप बता सकते हैं, ठीक है। चलो, थैंक यू सो मच।